Could be fun, maybe. But before we get into the poems, is it cool if I do a couple magic tricks to like break the ice?
Yeah.
Cool. I'll just do some of those. Simple magic tricks. Yeah. So this first one. First, watch me. We'll go with this one. Yeah. So first, watch me take this. Oh man. Oh, I'm sorry, y'all. Hold on. Okay. There we go. Watch me take a. Watch me take a. Okay, I got it. Watch me take a shotgun shell from behind my ear. Now ask me how I got it there. I'll tell you, I sent it straight through my forehead. We'll both pretend like we never saw it coming, but if I'm being completely honest, it's been in the back of my mind since the third person I watched die this year. Okay, watch me take a little black boy, put him in a hat, pull out a tombstone instead. Watch me take a strong black woman, put her in a holding cell. Now look at the holding cell. Yeah, I know it's empty. Now look at the coffin. Yeah, I know it's not. I call this America's greatest disappearing act. Works well with dead bodies, works better with dark skin. You want to see me fit? You want to see me fit a whole man inside a bottle of Crown Royale? It's pretty easy, my stepfather taught me. He says you just gotta sit on the couch and then you'll be there now. It took me a few tries to get it down without getting glass shards stuck in my throat, but now it goes down clean. It smells like home in here. She says it smells like liquor. I tell her it's just the crown on my head and not the one in my hand. Now, if she please, just let me finish my magic trick. The grand finale is a waterfall. The big surprise is the wine bottle behind my mom's couch. Okay, how about this? Watch this one. So I've got these 3 cards. And the face of each one is a ghost. I'm gonna close my eyes, they're gonna crawl out of the cards and into my nightmares. I call this when broken boys don't sleep, they just die a little, or broken boys don't die, they just expand and expand and expand and expand till they go boom. But broken boys don't go boom, nah, they just sit on the couch and wait for their fathers to come home. But broken boys don't come home, nah, they just stare into the distance. So now, watch me take an endless string of God's teeth from my sleeve. One for every prayer that I sent, and one for every time I thought against it. And then I'm going to wrap them around my wrist like handcuffs. And then I'm going to jump into the river. But then I'm going to remember that I'm not an escape artist, y'all. I'm just a magician. So I can make my problems look invisible, but I cannot keep them from drowning me. And my right hand is my heart, and my left is my spine. I'm going to put my fist behind my back and make them disappear and reappear in her hands. But she had the disappearing act of her own, like every good magician should. So for my final trick, watch me fear death more than anything. Now watch me think about it every day. So in my dreams, she is dead on impact. By the time I get out of the truck, if we start in the truck, they're rolling her away on a stretcher in a body bag. Usually I wake up right then and there. Sometimes I wait just long enough. Sometimes I stand on the precipice of the sidewalk and cry until the ocean, my creation, carries me back to shore. Sometimes I stay just long enough to unzip the body bag. Her head pops out, looks at me, says, "You got a lot of nerve coming back here, boy." I say, "I know." Or at least I try to. You see, sometimes she's dead on impact, but other times she crashes through the windshield, bites my tongue, and if I were to say anything at all, it would be, "I'm sorry," but the dead girl has my everything. When I go to speak, my teeth fall out of my mouth and explode on impact like fireworks. You know, sometimes he does not stop driving. He pretends it never happened. I beg him to stop, but I got too much her stuck in my throat. You know, sometimes when I'm lucky, I'm not even there. I'm sitting in the living room when my sister asks, "Where do you bury a dog this big?" My mother says, "You don't." Some bad news about a tragic accident flashes across the TV, and I feel bad for a moment, but it's fleeting, like something less familiar, like something distant. You know, in every dream the CPR fails. The lungs burst. I am always in the passenger seat. I'm never in the driver's seat. I've come to terms with the fact that it wasn't my fault, but not with the fact that I couldn't do anything about it. Couldn't do nothing about it. You know, sometimes my mother and sister bury her in the living room or the backyard or the backyard or the living room. In some dreams I wake up to the bad news. In some dreams it's her. It's really, really her. But in other dreams it's someone else. It's someone I knew, someone I actually loved. In some dreams it's Christian. In some dreams it's Christian. In some dreams it's Austin. It's Bonnie. It's Morgan. It's me. It's me. It's me. Look how my head makes all these stories about someone I never knew but will always remember. I wake up with lockjaw. I have phantom limbs for teeth. I cringe at sidewalks. Oh, how I laugh when she says I talk in my sleep. Oh, how I wish I could have talked in that moment, or at least in that dream, you know, the dream, the realest one, the one that feels the most real. I am standing on a sidewalk. A woman drunken stumbles past me. I grab her by the arm before the light turns green. She looks at me and smiles before turning away anyways. 1,000 eyes. 500 breaths of air. A pair of shoes go flying in the distance. There is a scream from across the street. And then I wake up with her in my teeth. Cool, yeah. How's everybody doing tonight? Great. Sorry for getting really sad. It's only gonna get like a little sad now. We're gonna like progress out of the sadness, but I hope you guys are at least a little enjoying yourself. And yeah, I got a couple more poems for you guys. Just waiting for like the music to do the thing it usually does. I don't have any books with me, but you can find all my books online. So feel free to ask me how to do that whenever I get off the stage. In the meantime, here's some more poems. So, I am the October rain. Just bear with me. Every drop is an I love you. So they fall, and upon contact they echo and 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 echo. Echo and echo until they touch everything. Then it turns from a word into a breeze. It blows past your hair, kisses your cheek in passing, and you might not have noticed it. Perhaps you never did. It's okay. You know, I used to love so loud the mountain ranges felt like goosebumps. It was a swarm of butterflies that would flow past my teeth on their way to my stomach so I could spit them out for you, darling. I speak the Queen's English when I say that I love you. They're the only royal words I have ever known. They float from my mouth like butterflies and they land in your hair, and there's something so regal about it. You know, I used to love October. How the trees would grow old and the year would grow tired, but everyone still found it beautiful. I couldn't help but relate. But eventually, the October rain starts to fall different in the sense that it stops growing beautiful things and just starts crying about how everything is beginning to die. All of a sudden, I am a winter wind howling, begging for someone to believe that something beautiful used to grow here. I promise that it did. You don't look like you believe me. I don't sound like I'm telling the truth, but I promise that I am, you know. I used to love so loud the mountain ranges felt small in my mouth. But now when I go looking for all those butterflies, all I can find is dust and dark, dried honey, dead daisies, wilting soil, too cold and too dry to grow anything beautiful, so they just feel dirty. I just feel dirty. You know, I used to hold love in my hand and feel guilty about it, like I stole it, like I snatched it out of the sky like a butterfly. I know if you touch a butterfly's wings, they will wilt if you are not careful enough. I have never been careful enough. These hands, too cold and too dry to hold anything beautiful, so they just feel dirty. I just feel dirty. I used to have wings. I used to fly everywhere I'd go. Someone came along and they were not gentle enough, and so I lost them. I lost them a long time ago, and I know not the way home anymore. I know not the way home, but if you could show me the way, if you could take me home, I would walk there if I had to. So please, take me home. And if you take me home, Sit by the windowsill. I have something to show you. Can you hear it? The tapping at the window. It's me. I am the October rain. That is to say, I used to be a waterfall or a flood. That is to say that everything leads back to the ocean. That is to say that my love, my Atlantic, all my love leads back to you. Can you hear it? The bees humming, the butterfly wings, the daisies growing everywhere. The birds are singing from the bones of dead trees. How beautiful it is to grow old with this love. And I sing along because I am the October rain. Every drop is in I love you, so I love you, I love you, I love you. And I hope you can hear it. And I hope you go outside and you dance. So, I have another poem for you guys. But before I get to that poem, I'd like to tell you guys a little bit about myself, so it's not just some stranger like reading at y'all. Is that cool?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So, hello everybody.
Hey.
My name's Lino. Lino Anunciacion. My mother gave it to me, as most moms do. She got it from her great-grandfather. He was a carpenter, or what are they called? House builder. Yeah, a house builder. So yeah, my name is Lino Anunciacion, or also pronounced Annunciation, referring to the Annunciation. You know, when the Archangel Gabriel came down and told Mary the good news, you know, the good news that Jesus was going to be born. You know, Jesus, the carpenter or house builder. So yeah, my name is Lino Anunciacion, or Annunciation, or carpenter, or house builder, or I walk into every house like I've got good news. Hello everybody. I've got good news. Like I said earlier, I used to hold love in my hand and feel guilty about it. So that's what I do. I just like break it up into like good words or like good bread, and then like pass it out to my friends, like the last word or the last bread or the last supper or I love you even though I know it will kill me. Judas, I know it will. So my grandmother's name is Leona. It's French for lioness. Did you know that the lioness both protects and provides for the pride? Did you know that my grandmother did that for me and my family my entire life? Did you know that when I was 1 year old, she had a stroke, leaving her bedridden for the rest of hers? Did you know how long a lioness can protect and provide for a pride with broken legs? Did you know that I'm 22 years old now? Hello. I haven't held my grandmother's hand in 4 years and I feel guilty about it. Sometimes I imagine she walked into heaven bearing good news about her pride. Sometimes I imagine my great-grandfather is building heavenly houses and she is protecting them. Sometimes I imagine I have a holy family. Hello. So my name is Lino, from the Greek word Linus, meaning son of Apollo or son of God. You know, the son of God, the carpenter who came down here for a couple of years to spread the good news. You know, the good news that God loves us. Huh. Well, one time I loved somebody so much I tried to steal them the sun, but I burnt my hands and our whole city caught on fire, or she did, or I did. But anyways, now I just cringe at anybody's touch. And black holes shake the universe every time a sun is born anyways, or black holes are just the result of doing the wrong thing for love, or this whole galaxy is just the result of God doing the wrong thing for love, or loving the wrong thing, or loving us. You think he held his son's hand and felt guilty about it? How long did it take him to swallow his pride and tell his son what he was sent here to do? Hello. My name is Lino, or Good Son, or God's Son, or Goodbye, or Gotta Go, or Good News, or God Knew. Yeah. God knew when he sent the good news that we feel guilty about it, and the good news is someone's always going to love us more than we deserve. So I see God in my family. I feel pride in my family. They have built me like the most heavenly house. They have always loved me more than I deserve, and when I cannot swallow my pride and live for myself, I do it for them. Thanks, y'all. How doing on time? How much time we got? I'm good. Oh yeah, more? Okay.
A couple of hours.
Can we go back to the last song actually? The Fugue piano one or something? I don't know. It's like in German, so I don't know German. I've been to Germany once, didn't learn a single German word, except I guess the word German is maybe German. I don't know. Any German experts or German people here? Oh, see, it's not even German. Turns out I know zero German. 0%, 0.00. That's crazy. Sure, I got a couple more poems for you guys, a little bit more upbeat. It's probably one of the first poems I actually ever performed anywhere, so it's really bad, but it's a lot of fun. Has anybody heard of the song Oasis, or Wonderwall by Oasis? Has anybody ever heard of the song Twin Size Mattress by the Front Bottoms? Okay, cool. It's okay, you don't need to really know any of those. There's just some really bad jokes in this song, or in this poem, that if you know those songs, you get it. If you don't, it's just another bad poem. But, sure, here we go. So, listen up. I got a story. So I was sleeping on a twin-size mattress. I mean, desert, yeah. A desert. Sleeping on a twin-size desert. Big enough for you and me to sleep on together. So, we did. I guess what I'm trying to say is we were uncomfortable. You see, I thought that this was an oasis, and that you were my Wonderwall. I'm so sorry. But in reality, I'm just a mirage. I disappear whenever you get close to me, and no matter how fast you run towards me, I'm still the same distance. So when I say twin-size mattress, I mean desert. I mean, my soul needs water, but cacti still grow inside of me. Love still grows inside of me. Love hurts. Love is inside of me. Cacti hurt. Cacti are inside of me. Therefore, love is a cactus, everybody. And that's about as beautiful of a metaphor as you're going to get about my heart. What do we make of places uninhabitable for humans? What do we make of Mars? What do you make of me? I think I'll trade my sand for stardust. We were swimming in an ocean. I sent you a text message in a bottle. I prayed that the Horizon or Poseidon or Verizon or Joe Biden, anybody would deliver the message to you. I probably should have just called first, but what kind of story is that for the grandkids? I'll let you know when they get here. Okay. To make us all come full circle, I used to think the deserts were just empty oceans, so we were swimming and sleeping in a desert ocean, or you were sleeping with an empty ocean. I grow cacti, not anemone. You know, I used to think that I was 98% of the ocean, but in reality, I'm just the 2% everyone's already seen before. Or I used to think that I was 98% of the universe, but in reality, I'm right behind you, waiting with everyone else at the gates of the Garden of Eden. I hope they have cacti. I hope you like cacti. I hope you like the things that are growing inside of me. They're not roses or chamomile or those weird Christmas flowers, but look at all these scrubs and shrubs behind me. They brought you flowers. Isn't that terrible? I mean, they murdered plants for you, and that's real weird. I don't want to do that. I'd rather grow things inside of you. Or maybe you already have red oak sprouting from your ears. Or maybe we should just observe each other's nature from a distance first. Whatever we do, just don't uproot your flowers. You see, no matter how many times you water them thereafter, they are going to wilt unless they're cacti. You see, cacti like I don't need water. We just need something bright to hang out all day. Do you get it? You see the metaphor? I'm a twin-sized universal desert ocean, and I don't need no water. I just need you to be the sun for me. I need to hang out like 12 hours a day. I need you to reflect off the moon and bring light at night. I need you to grow grandkids. I mean, Joe Biden to deliver the message. It says sometimes metaphors get lost in the microcosms of my mind when I think of you, and I should only be thinking of beautiful things when I see you. I cannot ignore the fact that I am a desert, and you deserve oceans. Thank you. So anyway, here's Wonderwall. Thank you guys. Thanks so much, you guys, for all the pity laughter during that time. Like, I didn't deserve it at all. I didn't deserve any of that laughter. Like, that's probably the most anyone's ever laughed at that poem. And that's just, and it deserves it. Like, it does not deserve any. It's not funny. It's not original. It's very cliche. It's about a cactus. But yeah, I wrote it, and so thanks for listening. Here's one last poem, if that's okay with you back there. Sweet. This is a poem that's pretty popular on YouTube's. And yeah, I'm gonna read it for you. Thanks for having me, guys. This has been great. Keep writing, keep working, and keep holding up the space, because spaces like this are important. And if this song like ends, make sure it doesn't go into the other track, because that would be really weird. It's like really like haunting music after this, and yeah, that works. Yeah. So, all my friends are broken bones and broken spirits. They're not ghosts, they just have a few. They're not bad people, they're just bad ghosts. You see, they're too good at staying alive. I like to think they're cut out for it. I like to tell them I love them. I don't really like to say it, so I say it like this. I say, hey, text me when you get home tonight. Or hey, I heard it was flooding in Houston. I just wanted to make sure you're okay. Or hey, I haven't heard from you in a couple weeks now. I know you're feeling down, so just call me whenever you're ready to talk. Or hey, I know you're sleeping because you're up all night studying for that stupid exam. I just wanted you to know you probably did great, and even if you didn't, that's okay, because my friends are not the grades. My friends are not numbers. My friends are not statistics. You know, my friends, they're falling raindrops. You see, they want to be clouds, but they're not very good at moving on. I tell them that's okay. I tell them sometimes you just gotta sit in a storm. My friends are falling raindrops. They sit on my windshield. I never wipe them off. I love to look at them too much, and I might just crash this car in doing so, but at least I will be with them. My friends are falling raindrops. They sit on my tongue. I swallow them whole. Okay. I know that sounds weird, but listen. I used to think that I was a cactus. It didn't need love, or friends, or water, but damn it, I'm thirsty, and my friends are falling raindrops. I like to think they're cut out for it. I like to tell them I love them. I still don't like to say it, so I say it like this. I say, friends, loving you is just practice for loving myself, and I wanted you to know that I practice a lot because my friends are tree trunks. I think they have the thickest skin, but I get sad when they try to prove me wrong. They cut open and say, Lino, look how sap leaks out of us. Maybe you shouldn't speak so highly of such fragile things. Maybe we're not as thick as you say we are. I say, friends, I will always speak so highly of you fragile things, so much so the butterflies get stuck between my teeth because my friends are mountaintops. And I don't look at them with Pompeii eyes, no, I look at them with an Everest heart. That is to say, I do not see them as tragedies, but as everlasting in my heart of hearts, because sometimes my friends feel ghostly. Sometimes they're sitting in a storm, sap leaking out of them, lava spilling from their mouths. When they ask me, Lino, what makes a good person? I tell them, the 75% water, 20% bone, 5% flesh, 0% the terrible things that have happened to them, and 100% loved. I tell them they are 100% loved. Thanks, y'all.